Hi, my name is Susie, and I just returned back from my trip to Japan, and I wanted to share with you my top 5 essential items that I found super helpful to pack for my Japan trip. And stay for the second part of the video where I'll be discussing 3 items that you can leave at home and not need to bring for your trip, especially if you're trying to preserve space in your luggage. Okay, so let's get started. So number 5 for top items to pack would be walking shoes. Cities such as Tokyo and Kyoto are spread out and they have really good transportation systems, so you'll be doing a lot of walking. Our family walks a few miles per day, and so you want to make sure you have comfortable shoes so you're able to last for the duration of your trip exploring different places. So even on a day when I wore a dress to explore, I did wear sneakers for that day. So number 4 is an ATM card. So even though many places in Japan do accept credit cards, there are certain places that are cash only, such as if you want to eat at small food stall vendors. Cash was also helpful when we had to replenish our physical Suica cards. So for me, I was able to use my digital Suica card, but our kids, since they get 50% off, we had physical Suica cards for them. So to replenish their amount, we had to go to machines, and certain machines only accepted cash. So number 3 is a reusable, foldable duffel bag. So before my trip, I did see some people share online of their large hauls from Japan of things that they bought. So many things that people did share were skincare items and snacks, and I wasn't planning on buying those things, so I wasn't really expecting to buy much from Japan. Even then, we did save half of our space of our medium-sized luggage, just in case. And with that, we still ran out of space. We actually ended up buying this there in Japan in a Don Quijote store. And we are gonna make sure that we're gonna use this at our future trips because this is super helpful for packing souvenirs. Number 2 is tissues and or wet wipes. So some places where you purchase food may not have napkins readily available. So this was really helpful, especially when we have young kids and they can be messy eaters. So an occasion came to mind was when we bought ice cream cones during our Nara trip from the small shop, but they didn't have any napkins available. And so you can imagine with young kids and ice cream cones, their hands were sticky at the end. Thankfully, I did have some napkins, and so we were able to clean their hands. Otherwise, they would have been walking around with sticky hands for a while. So the top first item that I found super helpful for packing is a Ziploc gallon-sized bag. And that is because many places in Japan do not have public trash cans available. So if you have trash on you, you'll be walking around holding it for a while until you actually find a trash can. And so I just shoved our trash in this bag, ziplocked it up, and stuck it in my purse until we came across a trash can. And the Ziploc, because sometimes you're drinking something or you're eating a food that's a little bit wet or have a dirty wet wipe, and you can just zip this in and you don't have to worry about the excess fluid spilling out. And this was a lifesaver for a part of our trip because one day we were riding on the subway during rush hour. So we were packed in like sardines, and my kid suddenly developed nausea and had to vomit. And thankfully, I just pulled this out of my bag and he threw up in it, and I ziplocked it up until we were able to get off the subway. And thankfully with that, we didn't make much of a ruckus during our subway ride, even though there were so many people around us. And because when we got off, there was no public trash cans available, we walked around Shinjuku for many streets with me holding a bag of vomit for a while until I came across a public restroom so I could dispose of it. So yes, this was a lifesaver for us. Okay, so now on to 3 items that you can leave at home, especially if you're trying to preserve your luggage space. So one would be toothbrushes and toothpaste, especially if you are not particular with the type you use. Every hotel that we stay at, including my stays when I went to Japan 15 years ago. All the hotels have provided toiletry for that. And the next item that you can leave at home are pajamas. Also, if you're staying at a hotel, the hotels will also provide pajamas for you to wear. And then for the last item, especially if you're planning for a longer trip and planning to do laundry during the middle of your trip, is you do not need to bring laundry detergent or fabric softener. The coin-operated laundry machines in Japan automatically put laundry detergent into your load. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe, and please share in the comment section with me and with others what you found helpful when you did packing for your Japan trip.